Hey Call of Duty fans, this is Mark again, and I thought I'd do another fun video, specifically thermal cameras in real life versus Warzone, because it is still really cold outside, and quite honestly I'm still sick of playing the game because I played it too much, which I did not think was a possibility until recently. But I thought you guys would get a kick out of what a real thermal camera looks like and how it works in real life. You'll notice right off the bat one of the cooler aspects is you can actually see footprints. That was my dog Duke walking by, who is a poodle, and we named him Duke so that he would have something manly to talk about with the ladies instead of his breed type. That being said, he's a phenomenal dog, and my son's currently playing Minecraft because it is too cold to go outside and play around if you're human. But if you take a look at this, the kind of standard setup of what you guys would see in your house, that's a PS5 running around 83 degrees. Not all that hot playing Minecraft. It does get a lot hotter when you're playing Call of Duty because it taxes it a little bit more. But as you note, there's a couple things. One, as I back up, if you look at a glass window, this is a glass door, you'll notice right away you can't see through it. That is just like the game. The reason for that is the glass itself is reflecting heat. It will in fact reflect images. The images is a heat-based image, not specifically a light-based image, although they're remarkably interrelated. And I'm going to open the door for you guys so you can see what it looks like outside. Right now it is -9 degrees according to my thermometer. It is not warm out. And if I... There we go. Sorry, if I get the door open here, you'll notice something right off the bat. The image itself looks a lot like how they nerfed the thermal camera, or thermal scope, excuse me, on the HDR, which quite honestly drove me nuts. I loved sniping people from 600 meters to 1,000 meters all day long, but you have to be able to see them, and with the new optics, you really can't. I think it cuts them off somewhere around 200 yards, but to be honest with you, it's somewhat realistic. Hey, Duke, you want to go outside? My dog's standing here like he wants to go outside. Now, this will be pretty cool. You'll see what a dog looks like going outside into very cold. You'll notice the camera blackens the cold because the temperature variation is much higher between the dog and the outside. Now, you'll note it's reading a lot colder than it actually is. This camera is rated to a -4. They're designed for telling heat at a high level, not necessarily for telling you what's cold at a low level. Nevertheless, pretty cool. I'm going to give you a little bit better picture of what distance looks like outside. This is going across to my neighbor's house, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 to 100 yards away, and I'll carry up the street just so you guys can see what it looks like. And again, the nerfed camera is a lot more realistic to what it says than, to what it is than the previous. But that being said, if you look down the neighborhood, you can see various houses and how they look under thermal. And again, the nerfed imaging on the HDR is correct. That being said, Activision, please bring back the old one. Another cool thing, I'm going to carry back inside here, but you'll notice I just stood barefoot in about 3 inches of snow. You'll catch my footprints that now changed to black. As I walked in, those black marks are actually snow coming in. Now, another thing about thermal cameras, if I haven't touched on this already, they do have the ability to switch color palettes. So where you see, like on the MP7, you see a little bit different color palette on it. That is in fact real. It really just depends on how you want to see things in the camera itself to get the best variation in different colors. So if I carry back through where I was in what is called rainbow, you'll see the dog's still outside. That is the glass door open, so he can come back in. But I'll carry out. He's going to get a little bit colder on the outside. This dog loves the snow and loves being outside, so it's always crazy to me. But again, his footprints are widely evidenced. Those brighter spots in the backgrounds are rocks. Those rocks hold their temperature longer, obviously, than not. And my dog wants to come inside now. You can come in, Duke. Come on, Duke. Yep, he's a little snowy, but you can come in, buddy. I guess he's not going to want to, but I'm going to take you downstairs real quick, just so you can see another area of the house, probably my daughter playing the game, and Emily. Duke's paws need to be wiped. Sorry, my wife's awesome. I can't wipe it in the middle of a video, so she will do that. And as I carry downstairs, I'm again sitting in rainbow. To show you what it's like, I'm going to flip it back to black and white. My daughter's getting up wondering what I'm doing. But here's basically what my daughter looks like playing Animal Crossing, I suspect. And also you'll note she's got footprints too that carry on. I do like that as a perk in the game, especially if you get into the final circles. I play a lot of solos, I win a lot of solos, and footprints are key among other things. The reality though is, as a perk, obviously it's not the same as using a thermal camera. I wish they'd turn it and make it so that the scopes saw the footprints, but you'd have to point them down at the ground, so you'd have a disadvantage if you were looking from a playability standpoint. But all in all, my hats off again to Activision. This is relatively correct, and still I plead with you, please de-nerf the thermal optic on the HDR. Obviously, people hated it, so you got rid of it. I loved it because I love sniping long ways off. But you guys enjoy playing today, and have a good day.